for more on that.
Okay, let's get straight to what the papers are saying this morning. Where do we start from? I think let's start from the Guardian newspaper this morning. The Guardian is leading with 2027 already. Opposition kicks as Tinubu hails defections, APC endorsement. Opposition kicks as Tinubu hails defection, APC endorsement. Yesterday was quite a scenario, quite a scene. The All Progressives Congress had their national summit, and basically they're giving their scorecard midterm performance evaluation of the administration of Bola Tinubu, and the governors actually said we're satisfied with the midterm. They railed out their reasons, and of course the members of the National Assembly, the NWC, all of them agreed with the review done so far. They acknowledge the fact that certain things are left to be done in the future, but now they believe that the economy especially is in the right trajectory, and the bold decision of the president, so they decided to give him a second term. Already we are not even actively in the midterm, so that is what is causing all the furore in this sense. But the issue of defection, he mentioned it. In fact, when he started his speech, he said, let me say it before I forget it. You can't stop people from moving to where they want to move to. It's their right. As I'm concerned, I don't want to bother myself as a journalist and as somebody who covers politics over politicians defecting. Politicians in Nigeria, political parties in Nigeria don't have ideologies. So as long as that is agreed, there's no point stressing them over where they want to go. I think so far, since the APC was formed, from the formation of APC, so if you calculate from Amechi and his people that defected from PDP to APC, about 5 of them, they can add Matawale in that mix somewhere. You add Dave Umahi, Ben Ayade, and Oborowore, and maybe other people coming. APC has gotten about 9 to 10 governors so far that are actually moved into the APC. Not that they won election, but they moved from PDP and APC, although APC has lost some of those states, like Kano and all of that. So that's why the opposition is kicking. I think the opposition should just put their house in order. Put your house in order at the end of the day, and then see whether people will not move to your own party. There was a time PDP had about almost 30 states in that sense. So, but we understand the importance of opposition, and some of us have been clamoring, we cannot allow opposition collapse, else it's not going to be good for democracy.
Well, there's a lot to reflect on that one. But Kaide, you have the next one.
Oh, yes, let's take a look at the Vanguard newspaper, and Vanguard follows just with that story. This is coming from President Tinubu saying, I'm expecting more defections to APC. 22 governors adopt him as sole APC candidate, and all of the other breakdowns of this story. You see on page 12, defect with me or resign. Governor Eno tells appointees, it's a page 12 read on the Vanguard newspaper. And the security, of course, what we're doing to secure Nigeria, because after all of the talks about politics, the outcome of it is what stares everyone in the face, right? So it's important to put all of these things in context. But it's quite interesting hearing some of the things said at that APC meeting yesterday. A lot of it will unpack definitely for you. I imagine in the coming days, maybe even weeks, we'll still be unpacking that, because it coincides almost with the president's midterm. And as I said, the reality or the outcome of the politics is staring a lot of Nigerians in the face. That's the Vanguard newspaper for you.
Well, it's the same story that catches the attention of Blueprint newspaper this morning, Kayode and Jeffrey. And I kind of like the way the Blueprint, chooses to craft it. And listen to this. Nothing is wrong with a one-party state. Tinubu tells critics, you are our sole candidate. That's the first of the riders. Ganduje, APC NAS caucus, governors declare. Ribadu explains breakthrough in security. Idris rules out cabal. Governor Eno, 23 Akwa Ibom lawmakers set to join APC in June. That's the third of the riders. So I'm sure you're not surprised about that. And Jeffrey went on about political parties having no ideology. But more importantly, if you walked down memory lane to 2007, between 1999 and 2007, and recall that the current president is himself the symbol of opposition, and his sagacity, his ability to stand as a lone voice in the wilderness when the PDP swept the southwest states that were in the opposition. You would be surprised that the president can take a stance. Recall his words from the APC summit yesterday when he said there's nothing wrong with a one-party state that drives the aspirations of Nigerians. So that's, a former figure of opposition who stood strong, in the most difficult circumstances, saying this. And apart from that, is really the APC the party that is driving the collective aspirations of Nigerians, or the collective aspirations of the elite few? I think those are the questions that we should be reflecting on. And of course, we'll be putting them through to the person that should answer
so there's
this morning.
There's a lot to talk about as far as this is concerned. At the end of the day, well, he spoke as a politician. You can't take that away from him. He's a politician. Everybody will speak as a politician in that sense. So there's nothing wrong with their position. It's for Nigerian citizens to agree or disagree. So I don't argue with you when they speak as politicians. But we know a one-party system is not healthy for democracy. It's just common sense. Everybody knows that. So, but of course, it's in the moment.